Grab that mushroom, stomp that Goomba, and let's go down that pipe. I'm Emily from Does It Hold Up, and let's talk about the Super Mario Bros. Movie. As a fan of the early games in the franchise, and a big fan of Super Mario Odyssey, I was cautiously optimistic when this movie was announced. Now after seeing it, I know I should have been a little more cautious and a lot less optimistic. In the movie, the overall brothers, Mario and Luigi, Chris Pratt and Charlie Day respectively, are sucked into another world while trying to fix some pipes under Brooklyn. They are separated upon arrival as Luigi ends up inside the territory controlled by Bowser, voiced by Jack Black, and Mario ends up in the Mushroom Kingdom. With the help of Toad, voiced by Keegan-Michael Key, Mario makes his way to the castle of Princess Peach, voiced by Anya Taylor-Joy, and the three of them set out to rescue Luigi and stop Bowser before he can take over all of Mushroom Kingdom. This seems like a pretty straightforward story, but somehow it gets vague and boring about 25 minutes in. But maybe I shouldn't have expected much from writer Matthew Fogel, whose only other two big writing credits are the Lego Movie 2, the second part, and Minions: The Rise of Gru, two movies that I'm personally not a big fan of. Along their journey, Mario, Princess, and Toad try to enlist some help from the Kong army, and we get appearances from Cranky Kong, Diddy Kong, and most notably, Donkey Kong, voiced by Seth Rogen, who does an okay job with the character, but falls just as flat as the rest of the cast. This just seems to be a way to shoehorn in another Nintendo property, because none of the Kong characters add that much to the story, or matter at all when it comes to the outcome. The visuals in this movie are fantastic. It has a classic Mario feel to everything, with a modern twist. Seeing the question blocks, fire flowers, and Koopa Troopas was undeniably a great time. The world was so wonderfully designed and extremely inventive, as well as some joyous nods to Super Mario Maker, because the way parts of the world were created could have only come from the mind of some evil genius wanting to make other players go crazy. Honestly, the visuals were, by and large, the best part of this movie. When it comes to the voice acting, Chris Pratt wasn't nearly as bad as I was expecting, but then again, I didn't expect much from him. So, good job, Chris Pratt. You were better than the extremely low bar I had set for you. Everyone else was just fine in their roles, but no one really stood out. I was hoping for great things from Jack Black as Bowser, but I feel like the script really let him down, and didn't give him the opportunity to do what he does best, over-the-top, hilarious antics. Because Mario has such a long and complicated history, there is a lot of fun things to put in for the fans of the series. This is where the movie fails the most. It feels as if the director and writer made an entire movie of just Easter eggs and forgot to tell a compelling story that could keep the audience connected. But don't worry, if the Easter eggs weren't enough for you, they also overshadow the bland story with some classic rock to confuse you into thinking what you're watching is any good. When it comes to being a well thought out movie that general audience is going to love, the Super Mario Bros. Might fall short. If you're a fan of the games, then there's plenty to like. I would have said love, but many of the nods come and go so quickly that you'd likely have to watch this movie multiple times to try and catch them all. Which I'm sure is exactly what Illumination and Nintendo would like you to do. With animated movies like the Lego Movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and Turning Red all having strong stories and lessons to take away, the Super Mario Bros. Movie can't live up to that, as it relies on pretty pictures and bright colors, with no substance that older audience members can latch onto. But maybe that's the point. They made a movie for the kids. Overall, this movie isn't as bad as the 1993 version, but wasn't as good as a Mario movie could be, or probably should be. We're giving the Super Mario Bros. Movie a C+, with the hope that any future installments in the Mario universe will take what was bad about this movie and course correct. In a world of top-notch animated films, this one leaves a lot to be desired. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you thought of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. See you next time, and please don't let the Easter eggs fool you into thinking this movie is better than it is. Bye!